Hello everyone, so today I'm going to do Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be filming an eyelash tutorial. This got requested and I was really glad it did because it's something I'm pretty confident in doing. I've helped my friends do it. I get questions about eyelashes all the time. You know, sometimes I'm at work and I can tell a customer's just like staring into my eyes and they'll be like, oh, I really love your eyelashes, you know, where do you get them? How much are they? Are they hard to put on, you know? So I knew I'd get around to doing an eyelash tutorial eventually, but it's kind of nice that someone's asked for it instead. I've already applied my eyeshadow. You could do this after you applied the eyelashes, but I wouldn't recommend it because if you put on the eyelashes and then do your eyeshadow, you risk getting potential fallout onto the lashes, which will dull down the blackness of them. And when you take them out of the case, they're obviously really black, and well, if you chose black ones, they're glossy, they're clean, and you want to keep them looking that way for as long as possible. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I find this is a really important step in applying eyelashes because, you know, as I've mentioned in a previous video, you need them both to be kind of going in the same direction. My natural eyelashes are a little bit kind of out, and if I left them that way, you'd probably see them sticking out when my false ones were sticking up. So I'll just pop that in the eyelash curler. Sometimes I like to pump it as well when my eyelashes are in there just to really give it a good push, you know. So once the eyelash curling is done, I'm going to go in with eyeliner. Now I always use eyeliner, whether it be a pencil or a liquid, because I find it's really hard to blend them without using eyeliner. I've seen some tutorials where people do it without eyeliner. Often in that case, the lash band is extremely thin, or it's clear, or they have a dark eyeshadow on or something like that. If they can blend it with no eyeshadow, no eyeliner, like nothing, then freaking props to them because I couldn't do it. But I'm hoping I will be able to one day, but as of yet, I just always do some eyeliner. So what I'll do is I'll grab my mirror and just do a little line. Oh, fuck. Pop it on the inner corner. And I do try to make sure that that comes all the way in, because when you stick the eyelash on, you don't want it just to end. You kind of want it to seamlessly blend all the way into your inner corner. That's probably enough for now. I used to think I needed a really thick line to make a blend, but I've kind of learned over time the tiniest line is all you need, because I do stick my eyelashes really close to my lash line. So okay, so a really important thing with your eyelashes is you need to make sure they're a correct fit to your eye, because often when you take them out of the packet, they're too long. And if you try and make that work, it's just kind of hanging off the end. Even if it's somehow stuck down, fake eyelashes don't look real necessarily, but you want them to be well done. You want them to blend in seamlessly. You don't want them to be hanging off. You want to hide the lash band, just things like that. So you want to make sure they're a correct fit to your eye. I use this pair on the weekend, so I've already cut mine to size. The rule is generally with eyelashes is to cut them from the outer edge in so that you don't mess with the tapering that's been created on the inner corner. So once you've cut it to size, you need to apply some glue onto your eyelash. I'm just using the glue that came with it. You don't need a lot, however, I feel like sometimes people on YouTube underplay how much you need. Like, if I used lashes with a thinner band, then yeah, I probably would go ahead and use the amount that they did. But because the band on these eyelashes is so thick, you kind of need a little bit more to compensate. So while I'm waiting for that glue to dry, I'll also just kind of like maneuver it like that. I'm just doing this to show you what to do. I mean, I've already done that when I took them out of the packet. Probably should have done it before I put my glue on, so keep that in mind. But because they're quite thick, they are quite stiff. And yeah, they just need to be moved back and forth a little bit just to make sure that they're a little bit more rounded and fit into your eye, because yeah, they're a bit straight and tough. The number one rule in applying eyelashes is you have to let the eyelash glue get tacky. I cannot stress this enough. If you have ever had an experience in the past where you've put the glue on your eyelash and then gone to stick it down and you feel like it's sliding everywhere and it won't stay in place, that's probably why, because if you put the eyelash glue on at that particular time, it's still complete wetness. You need it to be sticky so that when you put it down, it stays in place. So I'm going to let that sit down for quite a while. While it's sitting there, I will tell you about these eyelashes because I get so many questions about them. So they're the brand Allure in number 202. You can buy them from Priceline. That's the only place I've actually found that particular style. They're $15, so sometimes they have a sale where they're like $12, or you can buy 3 for the price of 2. I've bought them online before, which I would recommend is probably the better way to buy them. It's just, you know, you've got to wait for them to come and you've got to go online and buy them, and which for some people is actually easier. I'm just a rookie with online things. But yeah, you can buy 5 pairs for $30 off eBay. I don't know which supplier it was, but it'd be pretty easy to find, and then it has a $10 shipping fee, so it's $40 all up, but it's 40 versus 75. So when you do the maths, which I just did, you do save a fair bit of money. So I would say that that is definitely worth it. I think a beginner to eyelashes may struggle with these a little bit because, as I've previously mentioned like a million times, they do have a pretty tough lash band. So for someone who's never really done it before, they're going to be trying to maneuver it and it's kind of hard. Allure does have some really good ones for beginners. There's these ones, like you can go into Safeway and stuff, they have some really good ones too. So I'm not necessarily sure which ones I would recommend, but for a beginner, maybe not these ones. And also, if you're not used to wearing eyelashes, then they would probably look a little bit dramatic. Like, I've had people ask me, why are they so long, you know? And I'm just used to it because I wear them all the time. But obviously to other people, they're really long. Okay, so now that the glue is tacky, I've let it sit for probably like 90 seconds to 2 minutes. I mean, some people say 15 to 20 seconds is fine. It probably depends on the glue. But generally, I think the longer the better with applying eyelashes. Like, the longer you let the glue sit, the better. I mean, within reason. You can't do it, you know, 5 hours later. But definitely let it get really sticky. So I start with, you know, my fingers at each end of the eyelash, and I literally just place it right on my lash line. Now, sorry if this isn't perfect. I'm doing this in my camera, but I will grab a mirror and play around with that. It's actually not too bad. Pretty proud of myself for doing that in the camera. Oh my God. I'm actually going to have to show you how to maneuver it and stuff on the other eye, because I hate to toot my own horn, but I just got that on perfect. So one thing I will show you though is once I've let the eyelash sit there for a while, I take a pair of tweezers and I just squeeze the fake lashes and my real lashes together. It's basically just to ensure that the fake lashes and your real lashes are as close together as possible. Oh, holy shit. One thing I did forget, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. After you curl your lashes, I thought they weren't blending together. This makes sense now. After you curl your natural lashes, just make sure you apply a coat of mascara. Just nothing too crazy, just something thin. Just so it's kind of got something to sit on, because also your real lashes sometimes can be a little bit light, whether it be, you know, you got a bit of foundation on them, powder on them, your natural lashes are lighter than the eyelash, whatever it may be. But I didn't do that, and I hate doing this after because I don't want to risk getting any mascara on the eyelash, because that definitely cuts down the lifespan of them. But I'm just going to put a little bit in there. You got to make sure that that blends. So okay, so apply the other one now. I'll show you more of the steps with this. I mean, it wasn't that different. It's just often I need to maneuver it a little bit more. Yeah. So I'll just... Yeah, this one isn't going to go on perfect, so good. Oh, like disaster of the century. Yeah, so you stick it down and hopefully just the middle will stick down. And then I kind of just let it sit there for a little bit longer, because if I start moving it around straight away, sometimes it's still a little bit slippery and sticky. So I'll just let it sit there for the moment. This one definitely didn't stick down as close to the lash line, but for the sake of the tutorial, that's kind of a good thing. So once you've done maneuvering it, I'll then go in like I did before and just squeeze the fake ones and my real lashes together. Sometimes you can squeeze with your fingers as well, if that helps. All right, so that's just basically how I apply them. One more little tip I could give is that after you've stuck them on, because you've already put the eyeliner on, it should blend in pretty okay. But if you want it just to be like perfect, or if there's any glue that just for some reason hasn't dried black, you can kind of go over the lash line, the band, the eyeliner, all that kind of area with some liquid liner again. But I definitely would recommend holding these down as you do so, because eyeliner is likely to get onto your eyelashes, which will make them, you know, look like you put mascara on them. It'll be a bit clumpy. And if it's clumpy, it won't match the other one and it'll just shorten the life of it. And yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to do this in my camera again. And it's not that easy. From here on out, all I'd really do is just apply some mascara on my bottom lashes. You can do it first if you want. I just prefer to do it after. I should also mention that before I started doing any of this, I lined my upper waterline, which, as I've mentioned in my last video as well, just kind of helps the entire area of that like line stay dark, and it just helps thicken it up a little bit and just looks more natural. So I really hope this helped any of you who do struggle with fake eyelashes. It's such a tedious process. You know, I look back on old... So I really hope this helped any of you who are struggling with applying fake lashes. You know, I look back on pictures of when I was like 15 and I tried them for the first time, and there's like a gap between my real eyelashes and fake eyelashes. So, you know, we've all got to start somewhere, but practice makes perfect. If you keep trying, you know, you will get better. So until my next video, bye.